For you, true or false? Sunscreen lasts all day. And a second question to consider, true or false? If you are dark-skinned, you don't need to worry about the sun. With us now with the answers is Dr. Howard Brooks. He's Medical Director of Skin Cosmetic Dermatology of Georgetown. Doctor, good to have you back here with us. All right, let's take on number one. Sunscreen lasts all day. I put it on in the morning and I can be home free the rest of the day.
I know, I wish it was that simple, and I think the same thing before. I was into dermatology, of course, but it is important to reapply. A good hint to tell people is to have a good palm size. That should cover your face, the back of your neck, your ears, and your arms. And you want to reapply that sunscreen every 2 hours.
And especially with children, if they're going in and out of the pool or whatever.
Absolutely. You might want to even reapply more so after that.
Our second question, if you're darker skinned, I remember growing up, my grandmother, very, very fair, always had the big umbrella, and I didn't think anything about the sun. Darker skin, you don't have to worry about it, right?
Now, that's a misconception. I think it also plays into a very good point that people ask me that you need a baseline tan. A lot of patients come in, I'm going to go to the tanning bed, I want to get a baseline tan so I won't burn. But that's absolutely false. Everyone, it doesn't matter whether you're white, black, Asian, all of us should be using sunscreen on a daily basis.
What are we talking about as far as SPF? Because that's what people hear about.
Absolutely. SPF really only addresses UVB, and UVB is the one that causes skin cancer that can cause a burn. But what you want to look for is something that contains UVA and UVB protection. The AAD recommends to have an SPF of 15 or above, and that will give you about a good 2-hour coverage. That's why we recommend reapplying every 2 hours.
All right, and you already answered the one about the base tan. That's baloney as well.
Absolutely false.
And tanning beds, just plain out, not
absolutely
necessary.
Not. There's so many good products on the market now. Neutrogena has a really good selfless tanner. There's a spray tan. It doesn't leave you with that orange look anymore or the streaks.
Yes.
So there's a lot of products on the market now. You don't even have to think about the tanning beds.
Do we even have to worry about the sun on a day like today? It's rainy, it's cloudy, or even on an overcast day, you don't see a lot of sun, no rays coming through, I can skip my sunscreen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I get it. People think, okay, it's cloudy out, it's raining, but no, the sun still can, the harmful rays rather, can still penetrate this cloud. So it's important every single day, whether it's raining, snowing, or sunny like we're supposed to have this weekend, hopefully.
Well, it's one of the days.
Hopefully. We should be wearing sunscreen every day.
Now, you're not telling people to avoid the sun because we know there are powerful good things about the sun as far as bones and things and growing children. But how much exposure, what times of days are better to be out in the sun and away from
That's a good question. We recommend to avoid the sun in the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Some researchers say till 4 p.m. That's a little extreme. And, you know, people, especially when on days, you know, the summer's coming up, the spring is here, people want to get out. But the most important thing is to protect yourself. The sunscreen, like we mentioned earlier, reapplying every 2 hours. If you're unfortunate enough to have a bald head like me, protect your head like your grandmother did and like I do.
Now, what about the sunglasses? Do our eyes have to worry about these harmful rays?
Absolutely. Not only the skin, but our lips, and as well as our eyes. And there's so many stylish sunglasses that are on the market now that offer protection against the sun.
Oh, you mentioned something about lips. I hadn't thought about that.
Absolutely. There's a lot of all the major brands now have rather lip balm with SPF in it as well, because the lips are part of our skin, and they can burn just as easily as our normal skin.
All right, I've heard this question before. If we have to worry so much about sun and applying sunscreen, no matter what ethnicity we are here in the United States, what about other cultures that are in very heavily concentrated sun-driven, whether it's India, whether it's parts of Africa, whether it's in the Pacific Island? Do they have to worry the same way?
Oh, absolutely. They have to, maybe even a little bit more. So again, but all the rules apply. So I'm glad you asked that question. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter who you are. Everyone should be doing the same thing, protecting your skin against the sun, wearing some protective clothing, whether that's a hat, long sleeves, and reapplying every 2 hours.
All right, so if any part of your skin sees the sun, you should cover it.
And I don't want to make people scared, but yeah.
No, just be cautious. Everything in moderation.
Exactly.
Very good. Dr. Brooks, good to have you.
Thank you.